very hard to interact with on a map that's it's very narrow and long. The amped wall will protect you from literally the entire map. Pulse Blade. Wall hacks for both players in the team for very long periods of time. Of course, not going to be allowed. Ordinances of Firestar and Electric Smoke actually require quite a bit of aim, and I just barely got that spec in on time. They require quite a bit of aim and positioning to place correctly, and they have a long cooldown as well, so you can't just spam them out like you could do with frag grenades or arc grenades, so there's the reason for that. Health at 125% just means that you have to actually aim a little bit better than normal to actually kill people, so it's not quite instant deaths, but it's, you know, it's still Titanfall. It's still quick kills, just not quite as quick as you might normally be used to. It's going to be 5 bullets from the car to kill. And we're underway here. It be me again and Panoramics versus Hemi and Granny Sausages. Quickly underway on deck here already. Panoramics trading Granny Sausages and his teammate. 1 versus 1 scenario. 40 seconds left on the clock. Fighting in mid over this flag. Panoramics just waiting, listening for his opponent. But it's going to be hard standing next to those server racks. He's hearing a lot of sound. Did not hear his opponent just walk up to that flag and grab it, and gets killed by Hemi.
Get baited by that flagpole, and you know, taking advantage of the ADS aim assist there. Just a simple kill. Doing it for the 1v1 in the first round, and so the unlikely underdog takes the first round.
Panoramics here, running that shotgun yet again, pushing back behind servers just like last time. Waits for the Firestar and stims right through, but doesn't go for a kill, just tries to throw his own Firestar. Kind of a wasted stim. Now he's got to wait quite a long time, getting a quick pick off on Granny Sausages there, and the 180. Oh my goodness, frags.
That was on the reaction. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was really good. A good shot. Even for a shotgun, still a good shot.
Wow, how often can you say that?
Actually, fairly often in this game, because shotguns are, it's got a pretty tight spread now. So, it's pretty decent. I respect it more.
Okay, Granny actually smoking one of the entrances now, trying to make it a mind game as to which entrance he's covering.
Yeah, Panoramics and me again playing very slow, not even pushing into the building at all yet. Hemi down, a lot of health. me again could be pushing up, but decides not to, disrespecting that space. Gonna switch over to the other side of the map, try to contest the flag, just be confusing in his positioning. And Hemi going for the punch out of habit, but only gets the damage and not the kill. Melee's not being a one-hit kill in this mode, and dies to me again. Granny Sausages there. I think what ended up happening was Panoramics just took a bunch of bullets for me again, giving him enough time to get the frag, even though probably should have lost that fight.
That's basically what happened. He was just strafing in and out of cover, and he just got enough shots to where he could actually get the kill.
Come on, let's leave them in the dust.
So that just came down to footsies and just holding down that mouse one. Now JM and Granny are actually moving inside again, even though it's failed them twice in a row now. Oh, actually wait, they're actually playing outside now. So they've backed up. They're trying to make it a little bit more passive, maybe bait those shotguns in a little bit.
Yep, me again in perfect position to counteract that playstyle. Good call-outs from Panoramics, pushing his teammate out in that direction. They now control mid. Wow, Hemi with that fast kill. Fast pair kills. That's incredible. That was really
actually
surprising.
Confirms the melee. He confirms the melee. That's incredible that Panoramics didn't react to that.
That's insane.
I think he just lost sight of him, like lost track of him, didn't know to look left. This is already shaping up to be quite a game.
Yeah, me again, bringing out that Thunderbolt yet again. Actually getting a ticket damage off on somebody pushing through through that main lane there. me again gonna rotate back, see if he can see who it was and start occupying that space. Unfortunately though, they lose the flag to Granny.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an advantage, to be honest. There's still 30 seconds on the clock, and now they got a perma wallhack on one of the players. So, and now it's just him, just him alone.
Yeah, it's a 1v2.
He's already getting flanked.
Yeah,
there he
not
goes.
a whole lot he could have done there.
Yep. So that's what we saw earlier, right? With the phase shift to do that exact thing, but actually
but drop it.
Actually have the ability to keep playing the game without being constantly, wall hacked on by your opponents.
Yep.
We're winning, but not by much.
Okay, but this is
Let's
still
show
not a
them
foregone
6-4.
conclusion. JM and Granny definitely still in this.
Beat me again, yet again. Got that meme bolt. Trying to get some free damage off. But his teammate ends up falling, trading 1 for 1. Hemi versus our lovely handsome Nippy again. Couple of headshots on. Gonna try to keep pushing, but unfortunately messes up his wall run there. Just face plants into a wall. Both players fully regenerated on health. No abilities up for Nippy again whatsoever. No grenades. Got to go for only that car SMG and nothing else.
JM's got his stim back.
Yeah, not even close for Ippy again. Maybe like 70% if that. Yeah, ends up losing.
And he pops it right in time.
Yep. Yeah, you could see the stim get popped mid-fight, and he just stepped to his left just far enough because of the stim to just barely get out of the aim of Nippy again here. Like, and that was so close. That was a pixel he was off because of the stim. If he didn't press the stim button, probably would have gotten that kill. And probably would have been a 4-2 game instead of 3-3. Ippy again is still standing back in spawn, shooting thunderbolts, not helping his teammate, and once again they're losing that flag right off the bat. Ippy again here, he's got to push up through that left lane, but gets caught out, almost dies. Granny just not having the proper set of priorities in that fight there. Granny just gets shot right from the side. He knew exactly where Ippy was and where he was going to come from, but I guess was just trying to kill the teammate and then snap over, but just not quite quick enough.
And so we arrive at our first match point. So can Granny and JM actually hold on here? I don't know if the Spitfire is the best choice for this map, to be honest. I'd much rather have seen him with an SMG of his own. He's trying to play the inside, and he hurts Panoramics quite a bit, and they actually confirm both kills. Wow.
Yep. That was a weird kill cam.
Well, that's what you get when you play controller.
The snap was just odd, that's all. Alright, Ippy me again, finally. 4-4. Again. Thunderbolt memes. These are not doing anything. He needs to stop. And he has,
I think they're
thankfully.
just using them for info. I think it's fine, to be honest. But Granny wins the crucial 1v1 here.
But
Perhaps
this is
they make the map off of this.
And this is exactly it, though. I mean, he's spending so much time thunderbolting, he's not up to help with his teammate, and now he's in a 1 versus 2. But Hemi pushing for no reason. He's not waiting for Granny, so now they're in 2 1v1s. Now they're back. Ippy me again, picking up a shotgun off the ground, and it's gonna be his demise.
We tried. Damn sure, but no win today.
Yeah, that was almost a throw from Killmunchers. They almost threw that, but
Yeah, Granny holds on.
yeah, Granny just
I don't know what Ippy was doing at the end there. He got hit a couple times, but didn't even fire back. He tried to go around the corner.
He had a shotgun out. He picked up a shotgun off the ground and was trying to catch him and was just in the worst possible spot. He's not reacting to Granny Sauce, just taking that exact same spot on the flag stand every single round. He always just goes to the flag stand and he's not playing around it. So, I mean, he kind of deserved to lose it. He's not adapting. So that round is going to go in favor of Killmunchers, and that is the first game, correct? That is the first game.
Yeah,
so
that
one
is
up. Killmunchers up 1-0.
I think this is where they turn it around, though.
Yeah, maybe we will see. Here we have Mittens of Kins with that host. Thank you so much, Mittens. I appreciate it very much. Welcome everyone from Mittens' stream. We are currently in the grand finals of Titanfall 2 2v2 tournament. Hope you guys will come and hang out with us and watch the grand finals and see how we progress here. We are currently 1-0. Team Double Dips versus Team Killmunchers. Killmunchers are up 1-0. For all of you guys over here, probably from, I'm assuming, Overwatch, you probably have no idea what's happening here. Live Fire is a 2 versus, well, it's not a 2 versus 2, but we're playing it as a 2v2. There are no respawns, 1 kill, and you're done for the round. 5 rounds will earn you a game. 1 minute timer. And it's either you get kills Or there is a neutral flag that spawns, and you have to hold the flag when the timer reaches 0 to win. Otherwise, go into OT. Let's go ahead. Get back to full screen here. Round number 1, game number 2, over on Township. We're watching It Be Me Again. And Panoramics pushing hard into that middle building, already grabbing the flag, surprisingly. And they're going to be coming right back out. There is a cloak coming up in that mid building there. That's going to be Granny with that LMG. And It Be Me Again not even seeing him, almost dying to it. And they're just going to hold their spawn area. They drop that flag with the phase shift as well. Probably listening into your cast to be like, wow, Furyah is like the smartest player ever. Let's just steal his strat. And now they're holding that house.
How this is working out, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're holding that house now. They got the shotgun. They have the advantage over the controller players, who are going to have a lot of struggle pushing in through that building. You know? Like, they're going to have trouble getting in there quickly, and then trying to track the shotgun bouncing around the high buildings. It's just, it's not easy. So they're...
but you could, you could get the same thing in the building where the flag spawns. Why transport it to a different building? That's just,
well, it's a smaller building. That's not long. It's tall. They want to play a tall building because it's hard for controllers. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. And it was. I think it was a good play. I think they did that right. That was a very convincing first round.
Yeah, that worked out. But now both Granny and JM are actually inside. They actually contest the inside of the building with the flag, and they're gonna catch this phase shift for sure. Or maybe they aren't. It Be Me Again continues to elude them for now, and he gets a kill,
nice kill from It Be Me Again. Great tracking there. Now we have this 1v1 scenario. It Be Me Again right above Hemi. Gets a couple of points of damage off, but not pushing in that scenario. And he loses because of it. If he would have just pushed over that rooftop, that would have been a frag right there and then. But he second guesses himself, gives Hemi time to get into better position and to reload, and loses. Really close. Could have been a victory.
Yeah. I like how Killmuncher actually contest the inside of the building, despite the seeming, disadvantage of playing controllers inside enclosed spaces. They actually do contest and force out the engagements.
It Be Me Again controlling that interior with his teammate Panoramics, but they're not working together on this fight. Granny gets picked off though, out of position, and now they have a huge advantage over Hemi, who's not even in the building.
I think they know where he is. They could probably see him through the roof.
Yep, up on the rooftop there. You can just barely see him through those windows if you missed this stream. He was up on those top windows on the roof of the building there. And they're just going to hold these doorways. They're just going to listen for him. They're going to sound whore. Going to set up some nice angles. And they have no reason to push, no reason to move. They're controlling the flag room. Quick kill coming off from It Be Me Again. Some nice headshots.
That was a nice attempt, though. That was a really tough angle for it to take.
Yeah, it was. That was the best possible way that Hemi could have attacked. And it came by surprise, too. They didn't hear him come in.
Half time.
Yeah, but still not strong enough to take that fight, so...
Yep. No, that was a good play from Hemi. I mean, with the hand he was dealt, that was the best play he could have made.
Come on, let's leave
Almost
them in the
worked.
dust.
Again, quick control being taken of this mid-building by It Be Me Again. Ooh, Panoramics is eating a lot of smoke there, but somehow, oh my god, did he kill himself on the Firestar?
I'm not sure, I didn't catch that.
Either way.
What happened this round?
So what had happened was Panoramics rushed in with that shotgun, and he was rushing right through an electric smoke grenade thrown out by Granny, and he almost died to it. Somehow Granny's not able to track him. He gets 2 shotgun shots to kill him and comes out with 1 health. But I think what I missed is he threw a Firestar right before I spec'd him, and he walked backwards from the fight into his own Firestar and killed himself at 1 HP. It Be Me Again and Panoramics here once again taking that middle building, going for the flank from Hemi there. That is a very strange fight that I'm not sure why they took. It Be Me Again phase shifting just to stay alive here. And now Granny is stuck alone with Cloak against a stim and a phase shift pilot in a close range with a controller and a gun that's not that good at close range. Just nothing he could do there. They need to set themselves up in such a situation where Granny is the first one to be dying, because he cannot be carrying with Cloak and a Spitfire. He needs to be their anchor. He needs Hemi to be the aggressive player there. And Hemi was, but this didn't end up working out for him well. There we go. They got the Thunderbolt coming into the building finally. That is like the one spot that is going to be really good. Happy to finally see that coming. Panoramics Oh my god, Panoramix running right behind Granny, missing every single shot. No! How did you miss all those shots?
I don't know.
He was point blank
Granny's-
standing still and you missed 3 times. Well, like twice.
Granny switched to a carbine though, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go again, and this time we got some side aggression from Granny. He's actually pushing up to the building on your right, and he's going on the ground level as well, so he's trying to catch them up. He might catch them leaving the building, and he does.
Yeah.
He gets 1 kill.
Much better plays coming out of Killmunchers this time around. Maybe again is weak, but managed to get that 1 kill. He's in a commanding position right here. This is a better spot for Ippy Me again. His positioning is just so much better. Yeah, Granny is... Why did you phase shift? You could have killed him. All right, it's fine.
He kills him anyway. It's fine. Jesus Christ, these guys.
Yeah, this was a messy round, but Team Double Dips ends up bringing it back 1-1.
Yeah, I told you that was gonna happen. Like the inside area is too much of a lopsided like environment for for fighting controller versus mouse.
Yeah, this was okay, let me make sure I'm on spec again. So we're going to Uma now, and as we noticed before, Killmunchers was doing surprisingly well on this map. I wasn't expecting them to do as well as they have been doing on like Meadow, for example, but they proved me wrong. I mean, they played this map smart, and that is their strength. Is like they may not be the fastest players or most maneuverable players out there, but like, wow, can they hold an area and they just play smart. They communicate better than anyone else.
Frothy.
Yes.
You know what's gonna happen here?
No.
Cold War.
Are you thinking? You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're gonna punish their lack of mobility, especially on Granny's part.
Interesting. Here we have Panoramix and Ippy Me again holding that right side building from their base, watching over the flag. 1-for-1 trading here, and it's gonna be some pour in coming out of Ippy Me again, and he just gets run at and just punched to death.
Yeah, he does. I was honestly expecting the Cold War. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Alright, here we have yet again Ippy Me again and Panoramix both running that car SMG, that same Stim and Firestar loadout. Thunderbolt's coming out through mid. I'm not really sure. Wow, they're actually getting a couple of hit markers off this. They're getting some good info on where the team of Killmunchers are. So now Panoramix knows not to push, not to expose himself, just to be patient and wait. Just wait for that Thunderbolt to give info and cover the side flank of his teammate. Ippy Me again. Now, playing very slowly. They're not controlling that middle area anymore, and they're getting smoked out from it. Alpha's team is going to be slowly pushing in there and just taking control of that middle area, and they're not going to have, and they being the Team Double Dips, are not going to have a good way of getting in safely.
JM and Granny actually did a double push to the enemy spawn, but they got the flag swooped right from underneath their noses.
Yep. This is going to be a pretty free win for Double Dips. There's no way they're going to get in this room fast enough to end up getting those kills. And yep, Hemi is close, but not close enough. 1-1.
Yeah, that was really well done, because the entire round, Granny and JM weren't sure what was going on, and then as soon as they push to catch some info and see what's going on, maybe force out a duel, they just get the flag stolen from them.
Panoramix quickly pushing low mid and gets stuck on top of those boxes, and 3 kill for Hemi. It's a good idea, but he's trying to jump on that roof, and he's just getting his head stuck, and he could not move. Ippy Me again, now fighting Granny 1v1 of the flag, and gets pretty quick kill. Look at that reload in between kills too. Just that public game mindset of like kill reload. You're not gonna be punished for it, and it barely works for him. If you would have pushed out just like a split second sooner, and that reload wasn't ready, Granny would have had him dead.
Granted, that reload is super fast.
Yeah, it is, but still.
Yeah, this is no CSGO.
Ippy Me again, controlling the low tunnel with Thunderbolt. Just trying to get an eye where the enemy team is, get some intel, get a couple of hit markers just to prove where enemies are. Not really seeing anything though. Gonna try to rotate to this left side. Probably get another Thunderbolt out at some point just to check that left building if he's ballsy enough. But then again, Granny's LMG is scary. Might be better just to shoot through mid like he's doing now. Missing, unfortunately. That left building is occupied, though. They see it just out of the corner of their eye. FBB again is pinching Granny really well with panoramics. That was a very aggressive play from Granny that I was not expecting, and, well, just frankly didn't play out for him anyways. But look at these players playing low and on the ground. And they push together through that opening. One is low, one is high. So even if one gets locked on by the aim assist, the other one is going to be safe. And is going to be able to counteract and win.
Note that 2 players on the server don't have any
Very well
kills.
destroying them. Keep it up, 6-4.
Yeah, panoramics and Granny Sausages both sitting at 0 kills these games. Granny especially just not pulling that weight like he has been throughout the rest of the tournament. Kind of surprising, honestly. This seems to be like a map that he was doing very well on. I'd be interested to see what is happening from his perspective, but unfortunately I can't spectate him. But
You know, he's been pushing solo a little bit here, and what usually tends to happen is just he gets out-aimed by Ibimi in those KarSMG versus Spitfire duels. And now he's left 1v2.
yeah,
He's
panoramics flanking the
around
flank.
bridge. And I don't
Getting
think
a lot
this
of
is gonna
damage
work out.
in. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Yep, that is going to be round number 4. Going towards Team Double Dips. Killmuncher's really struggling on this map against this team. They looked pretty dominating on that last game, apart from the couple of times where they had to chase and just couldn't do it. But now they're just really struggling. I think that these tactics of splitting up are just not working for them at all. And they're having trouble playing with long sight lines to their advantage because they keep getting beaten out to this middle area by the flag, and they just cannot control it the way that they want to. Now Granny has to play in that kill hole, and again, just gets deleted by panoramics like he's not even shooting his gun. It's just, he's having to play such bad positions that are not conducive to his LMG play.
JM now left in a 1v2 situation. He's gonna approach slowly from one of the corridors. Oh no, he actually stims up. Takes a fight with Ibimi, but he just stims away very smartly. Not risking it at all. Just wants to secure this map and just move forward in the series. And yeah, this seems pretty much impossible. He gets the kill. He has a slight chance, perhaps. No.
Yeah, just not enough time. Panoramics there takes it with a nice little 360 to boot. That is going to take us 2-1 in favor of Team Double Dips.
Alright, that was quite disappointing, to be honest. I expected more from these guys here.
No, I think it's got to be a tough map for them playing on the controllers like that. That's got to be a really tough map. They're going to be going right back to Meadow here. Here we go. Going to be much stronger, much more confident, much more comfortable on this map. If anything's going to take it a 2-2 lead, or rather a 2-2 score, it's going to be this map.
Yeah, Granny's going to get the sidelines that he wants here.
Got a couple brand new follows. Crispy Fries, you weren't following already? I'm hurt. And hey, it's Beto10. Thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream. Here we go. Game number 4. Meadow. This is a best of 5, Ionuts. The grand finals are indeed a best of 5. As always, still spectating on the side. Panoramics and me again.
And also let me remind everybody that this is for, well, Granny and JM are already playing against, you know, elimination and a loss and no prize since we decided on winner takes all. So this is where it gets real.
Ooh, we have a smoke grenade coming off from that low right side. Panoramics and me again now know exactly where he is. That smoke grenade was just not a good choice. Revealed Granny right away to the enemy team, so they know exactly where he's at.
Granny right away going to the suicide roof, trying to establish his overview of the map and cloaks and spots one of the enemy players on the slant roof on the opposite side, but gets pulled off the angle by the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it'd be me again, just spamming up there, just trying to see if anyone's occupying that roof, but not really doing anything to take advantage of that knowledge. Just shooting up there and then not doing anything with the knowledge. Unfortunately, ends up dying from the side. Panoramics here is left alone on his own base roof, just trying to listen for the enemy team, getting a quick view on, I think it was Granny, but not really able to capitalize on it whatsoever. He's just stuck in this area. Throwing the Firestar, again, revealing his position to the enemy team. They can see that Firestar trail from a mile away. Getting beaten out by a carbine from long range. I believe it was a carbine at least. Was it a carbine? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So JM plays the carbine and Granny sticks to his LMG.
Yep.
So that was quite a lot of just unfortunate circumstances like stacking up there for Killmunchers, because Granny almost gets the kill on Pano on the slant roof, and he has to hide and is not able to help his teammate while he gets killed in a separate 1v1.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be me again, just getting some Thunderbolt damage, getting knowledge, getting information.
JM wants to fight somewhere.
It'd be me again, just sitting behind these rocks here, not pushing up. He sears the opponents up there. He knows, but that's a round loss, unfortunately. Got to take that 2 versus 1 in an area with no cover. Easy fight going in favor of Hemi.
Half-time.
This is already looking much better. I think they have a good chance to equalize, and we can actually go to the last map, which would be amazing. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is still a long way to go.
They aren't winning by
I wonder if
6-4.
the Killmunchers would try to something a little bit more long range. Could we see a DMR or a G2 maybe?
Not quite yet. It's possible. It's certainly possible, but they have not elected for it just yet. Still, just more Thunderbolt memes just going out. I get the idea, but I think they're not taking advantage of the Thunderbolt nearly as much as they could be. They're just getting the info and then not capitalizing on it. And they're, yet again, because they're playing so slow with that Thunderbolt, they're just getting countered and just running up on from the side. A lot of Firestar damage coming out. Did Granny just die to the Firestar? Yeah. Gonna be a final fight right around the suicide building here. It'd be me again.
He wins it.
Able to stim.
Yeah. JM didn't have a stim.
Yeah, that pretty much decided the fight right there. That quick 80 strafe in stim. Just really hard to track. Regardless of your input method, it's just hard. More Thunderbolts coming off on that left flank. Checking out. Left building. Ooh, shooting panoramics and back on accident. That's a Thunderbolt wasted. Then trying to get more info, but very slowly peeking over the rocks there. If anyone was actually there, he would have died instantly. It'd be me again, just surviving by a thread that entire round from that Spitfire.
That was really unlucky for Granny there.
Yeah.
He got both players down to like below 10% health.
Yeah, Granny did what he had to do. He had to just shoot at me again and just hope that his bullets were going to kill him, and then switch, like just flick over instantly to panoramics, and in doing so left both at 1 HP.
I think he'd do well to change to the carbine as well. I don't think he has enough DPS to actually, you know, win some of these fights against the SMGs. And just as I say that, he actually secures a kill, so caster curse, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I think.
Oh, now it's a 1v1 again. He's lost
fine.
all of these duels against It Be Me so far. And he wins this one.
Granny with the double kill.
Finally.
Putting himself on the board. Bringing him to a 3 versus 3. Finally stepping up.
Yeah, I guess I should just constantly rip into Granny, and then he's just gonna kill everyone, you know? Yeah, he's gonna stick it out with the LMG, not gonna take my advice, and hopefully it's gonna work out for him. But the game is all tied up, and this time Granny's actually...
Yeah, Thunderbolt's going back and forth. Got that push on the low right side. Panoramics almost dies, but not quite. Another guy pushing through that smoke. Panoramics, and it won't be me again, are just not pushing that guy, though. They could have easily collapsed on that guy in the bushes and killed him, and now we're in a 1 versus 2 fight. Oh, no, my game...
He survives.
Froze. Okay.
He survived on 1 HP.
All right, it's lovely.
And now it's 1v1 again. Yeah, I think it's really at this point is the gun choice that's hindering Granny the most, to be honest. He's just unable to win consistently against me in any of the duels. Oh my god. Henry was just shooting at air. And just like that, this is tournament point.
Tournament point. Favor of Team Double Dips if they manage to take this. Granny Sausages and Hemi fighting for their tournament lives, trying to take this to a 2v2, or I'm sorry, a 2-2 score.
Yeah, it's still possible. It's just 2 rounds. They can totally still do this, but
Granny getting caught out, trying to be aggressive on that left flank, and there we go. That'll do it for Team Double Dips. A quick couple of kills. Team Killmunchers just split themselves up, and they did not play together in that final moment. Perhaps just a little bit tilted. I don't know. They just seemed to not be playing their game, and it ended up costing them.
Yeah, that was a little bit anticlimactic, I'll admit. But all in all, they did put up a good fight, so congrats to them. They don't get anything out of it, unfortunately, but that's, you know, that's what the crowd, the audience decided. So that's what they have to live with, but it's great that they came so far, to be honest, and challenged some of the best PC players we have in Livefire, apparently.
Yeah, no,
So,
that was a great finals. That was everything from semifinals on, with Team Double Dips versus GLD, Killmunchers and Norwegian Buns, and then this grand finals. It was all great. Like, these are the best games of the tournament, rightfully so, being at the very end. Really, really well played by the controller players, showing that it's not all about aim assist. I mean, a lot of this was all positioning, teamwork, communication. Like, every other bit of the formula, they just were doing better than anyone else until the very end there. I think they just got a little tilted, and they weren't playing their own game. Really, really well played, though. A lot of fun to watch. Congratulations to Team Double Dips for securing the victory over Killmunchers 3-1. That will conclude our tournament today, as Fury breathes heavily into his mic, contemplating who his MVP for this tournament just might be. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think, despite of like my expectations, which I thought was gonna be in my mind, it was all gonna be crazy clutches and just like incredible double kills. But it wasn't really that. Most of the time, it was the teamwork and just strategy positioning that actually prevailed. There weren't that many rounds where, you know, one player would just flip the whole situation on its head. There were a few, but it wasn't someone who could do that consistently. And so I think the player that will get my MVP is the one who was, in the end, the most consistent, who put up the most frags on the board, who gave his duo the best chance to win the most rounds and, by extension, win the most maps. And that's got to be me, with, I think, top fragging all the games he's played, and securing some of the most important duels in all of these final matches.
Absolutely.
So he's gonna be my MVP of the tournament for sure.
Yeah, I could agree with that. It'd be me again. Really stepping up this tournament, especially in that last final match of the grand finals, really proving his positioning as MVP of this tournament.
Yeah, so they'll award him the additional $25 to his 75 main award for the first place, of course. So that'll make it a nice and round 100. So congrats to him and Panoramics, his teammate. And that'll be that, I suppose. Thanks for having me, Frothy. It was real fun.
Yeah, hey, not quite yet. We do have Panoramics in here now after securing that victory here. What's up, Pano? How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. It was hard against the Nemesis, but we felt like trying to outplay them, kind of get them out of their comfort zone was the best thing.
Yeah, you guys did absolutely fantastic. It was really nice to see how you adjusted after that first game. It was a little bit rough, but it was really cool watching you learn and adapt as the games went on. And you could kind of see that Killmunchers were failing to deal with what you guys were doing to adapt. Like, what do you think was most important for you guys in starting to secure those wins and starting to really outplay those guys? Because you could see, like, in that first game, there was a big change in what you were doing.
Yeah. The most important thing is that we're not peaking, because if they know where we are and you have the lag and then you have the aim assist, So trying to like if we both push, if they're like if they well, I don't know how to properly say it because we kind of spoke in Scandinavian, but if you have then 2v2, and if I take one guy out, or if it's me again, take one guy out, we kind of group up, you know, kind of get try to outplay them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. One
But
thing.
also with the yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up, please.
Yeah. Also in the medal, we kind of did the phase shift thing where we grabbed the flag and secure it in our base to make them try to push.
Yeah.
And I think that is one way they don't feel very comfortable with trying to push.
Yeah, pushes them forces them into the offensive, which seems to be not their favored playstyle. They did not want to be that aggressive, fast team if they didn't need to be. Absolutely, like they could do it a little bit if Hemi was able to get around you guys, but like if they couldn't set that up, then they were kind of struggling in those aggressive moments. So really, really good adaptation from you guys. And it was kind of cool what you mentioned with like not peeking them as much, because one thing that I noticed that they were doing, at least Granny Sausages in particular, is that when he was able to get into like one of his power positions with that Spitfire and he was able to really set himself up, what he would do is if he would see you guys, a lot of times he wouldn't shoot right away if you were going fast. He would wait for you to do something that either slows you down or forces you to be out in the open for an extended period of time before he starts shooting. And he's going to stay cloaked and he's going to do everything to like just try to catch you guys. So it's really interesting to see, like, once you started changing that playstyle, you stopped doing those peaks, how suddenly what they're doing is now they can't play that slow crouch walking cloaked playstyle. They have to be more aggressive. They have to start being the ones pushing, and you just deal with them over and over. You shut them down every single time. It was really cool to watch you guys make that adaptation.
It was fun to have it be me again as teammate too, because he has godly fucking aim.
Yeah, no,
fucking claps to him, bro. Like, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what we were just talking about before we pulled you in here, is that he was top fragging Ippy Me again pretty much every single game. Like he was absolutely just covering you guys so well on the frags, and you know it's like you guys just feed him information, you give him the positioning, and then he's able to secure everyone, and it was really, really fun to watch.
I think actually he has something to say also, if it's fine. If you guys take him to, I think he really wants to kind of speak out. But
All right, hey, we got Ippy Me again in here now.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
How are you feeling after that win, my man?
Feels good, man. Can't really say that much more.
Yeah, can you tell me one thing?
Yeah.
After the first game, on a scale of 1 to 10, how tilted were you at controllers?
Like the first game was tilting because you're very. I was not used to the playstyle at all, like playing against controller players. But then I kind of realized just use the Thunderbolt to figure out where they are and take defensive positions. Wait like until 25 seconds around. Start looking at the flag, thinking about running with it to base, like along those lines. Try and pick fights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know if you caught it on stream just a minute ago. We were talking with Frothy, and we decided to give you the MVP. I don't know if you caught that.
Really? No, I didn't.
Yeah, and
thank you.
I think you'll be pleased to know that the MVP comes with additional $25.
Ooh la la, that's a lot of money.
Yep. So congrats to you. And if Frothy has any more questions, we'd like to hear from you more.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just the same thing that I was asking your teammate there. It's just, I noticed that in that first match, you guys were kind of struggling a little bit, but you really turned it around, and like you made a couple adjustments to your game plan, and then that just persisted throughout the rest of the series. So like, what were the things that went through your guys' head, and what were the most important changes that you made that helped you to start to dealing with the really slow play style of Killmunchers?
Yeah, the first game, both me and Panoramics really like to go aggressive, so that's what we've been doing most games. And doing that against these guys, the Killmunchers, with their defensive playstyles, it was almost impossible to like secure frags. So we decided to just take it easy, like spam the Thunderbolts, see where they are, wait for them to like start like getting impatient, push us, because then we have the advantage in the close quarter combat.
So did you guys feel that the Thunderbolt was actually like really instrumental in how you were positioning and just your information gathering? Because I didn't see a lot of teams doing it, and it seems like kind of like just a really smart thing to do that every team should be like spamming like at all times.
Yeah, I think especially against these guys, especially for me, I don't know how Panoramics felt about it, but for me it was really nice to know that okay, they won't be pushing this. The Thunderbolt is here, so I could know okay, I can, because most maps are 3 lanes, so I know okay, 1 lane is gone. Then it's really easy to kind of focus in on one place and know where they are. So I felt it really helped us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I'm surprised that I don't see more teams doing. It just seems like if every team now with like the most recent patch where you can have 3 weapons, if every team is gonna have an anti-Titan weapon, and you know the charge rifle isn't in there, like the Thunderbolt seems like the only option is something that actually just does a thing that helps your team. Like even if you only shoot 1 Thunderbolt for the whole game, like you just switch to it, you shoot, don't even reload it, just switch back to your primary, you never touch it again for the rest of the round. Like it's still giving you value that no other item that you could put on your character would. So it just seems like a no-brainer to me. So I'm really happy to hear that you guys figured that out and it gave you such a boon throughout the tournament, because it really showed. It really did.
Yeah, especially against GLD, against Babak and SDN. Like we talked about with them after game, and they said like, "Oh my God, the Thunderbolt! Can you please stop using the Thunderbolt?" So like that kind of reinforced the fear that yeah, this is probably something that I should be using.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on your wins. It was really interesting watching you guys and hearing your thoughts on the games. I hope you guys can enjoy the rest of your nights. Just get off on that high of winning and enjoy your $25 on top of your other winnings.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
luck
very
in any
much.
future tournaments, guys. You take care. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good one.
Yeah, goodbye.
And that's going to do it for